What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be addressing one of the, in my opinion, bigger eyesores on my 2022 Chevy Silverado. From the factory, everything on my truck is pretty much black. We have black bumpers, we have black badges, pretty much everything is black. For whatever reason, Chevy decided to go ahead and give us chrome, we like to call them HDMI port exhaust tips. So today I'm going to go ahead and work on removing those. I'm going to show you guys how to remove them, and I'm going to go ahead and paint them. There's a lot of controversy back and forth on the internet of the right way to do it, the wrong way to do it, what paint to use because the tips will get too hot. I'm actually just going to go ahead for now and use some high temp spray paint. If for whatever reason that gets too hot, it starts peeling, starts cracking, just looks like crap, whatever, I'm not too worried about it, so I'll just repeat the process and take them to get powder coated instead. First, I'm going to take off one side, just make sure that I have it down, so I'm not wasting your guys' time on watching useless information. And then after that, I'll show you how I got the other side off. First tool we're going to need is a T15 Torx driver. I am just going to kind of show you guys. You want to start off with these three here, 1, 2, and 3. This piece does kind of slide out. I'll take it out and I'll explain it the best that I can, but there's also 2 more Torx screws in here. Before we can get that step to slide out, we do need to remove this bolt here. It is an 8mm socket. All right, so after getting that bolt out, it came back up here and it's kind of applied downward pressure. Just gave it a solid tug back. It does have 3 tabs that will be holding it in there. And then these are the other 2 T15 Torx that we need to get out. All right, got those 2 T15 Torx bolts removed. We're now gonna slide under the truck, and then as you'll see, I believe this is an impact sensor, but you're gonna take off these 2 8mm bolts as well. Okay, so this next part is where I think was the most difficult spot, but you're gonna take a flathead screwdriver. This step is being held in by 3 tabs. One's kind of here, one's here, and one's here. I was able to gain access to the tabs through these cracks here. You're essentially just going to push the bottom of the tab up, and then the stair just kind of slides out. All right, so this is the underside of the step. These were the 3 tabs that I was talking about. I just kind of took my flathead and pushed up on these simultaneously to pulling it out one by one, and eventually the whole step just kind of slides right out. All right, now that the biggest pain in the butt part is done, there's only 3 bolts left. They're all going to be 10mm. 2 of them are sitting right here on top of the exhaust port, and the third one is going to be sitting right back here above the exhaust underneath the frame right there. Okay, so next up I went ahead and I did wet sand this guy. I did go ahead and hit both exhaust tips with some carb choke and parts cleaner. I have already painted one of the exhaust tips using this high heat paint. The reason why I like it is it dries really quick. It goes on really clean. I painted my fireplace insert back there with it when I built it for my wife a couple years back. We pressure wash it. We have fires in it, and so far it's been pretty damn good. It is the next day. The exhaust tips are now painted and reinstalled. I didn't make a video of the reinstallation because it's kind of redundant in my opinion. You just do the same processes of taking them off, but backwards. There was a slight mishap with one of the tips. I did have them both painted. I did go to install them both and ended up dropping one. So I did have to sand it, wet sand it, and repaint it and re-clear coat it. Overall, I am happy with how it turned out. Like I said, this is kind of experimental. If it holds up, cool. If it doesn't, then I will just take them back off and get them powder coated. I did end up using Rust-Oleum automotive clear coat because I was unable to find any of the high temp clear coat, but hopefully it hangs in there. We will see. If you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to comment below and I will respond. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.